Hey there, welcome to Talking About in some episode in the 70s. I mean, what am I doing? I get compelled to do shows whenever I read really scary stuff. Like, here, check this link, click. It's this James Lovelock. I mean, James Lovelock's pretty damn heavy. I mean, he invented a machine that, the people using it won Nobel Peace Prizes. We're talking about a serious scientist, and, his reading on where climate's going is just scary as all get out. He's like, well, probably 29 out of 30 people on the planet are gonna die, and we'll have like 200 million people left, and they'll live in cities near the Arctic where it's cold enough. And I'm just like, whoa. But the sad thing is that he's right. I mean, I want to believe that that politicians are good scientists, or even scientists are really good at looking at the whole picture. I mean, like if I, run away to my cottages and stuff and hide sometimes, I would say scientists hide in reductionism. I mean, reductionism is where you get to just look at one piece of the puzzle and stare at it really heavily and don't look at that darn whole puzzle. But James Lovelock, he's a guy who actually looked at the whole puzzle fairly successfully, and his reading is is just dire. I mean, he basically says rather than our 100 years from now or something, the global warming is gonna happen. It's more like within a couple decades, you'll see massive change. And I mean, at least with the web, I can go on record as saying that I was kind of aware of what was happening. My kids can look back over these shows and go, "Oh, my dad wasn't that crazy, or was he?" That's the thing. I mean, am I a good scientist? No, actually, I'm not a very good scientist. So what do I know? Talk about wanting to be wrong. I mean, I want James Lovelock to be wrong. And I want to be wrong because I mean, I think there was a show I did a couple months ago where on the greenhouse effect, where I looked back through a whole bunch of scientists, and it was like, oh, it was on Inconvenient Truth, and and like most of them agreed with Al Gore, and this one guy said, I don't agree with him. I think it's way worse than that. I thought, oh, he's probably nobody, and he's like the head of the climate department for United States or something, and I'm just like, oh. Anyway, yeah, so there's James Lovelock's paper. Check it out.